Let's say you want to play some old PlayStation games, or maybe GameCube or DS games, but your hardware is either too old to function properly, or it can't be properly connected to a new TV. Okay, so what do you do then? Well, you could pay for a digital re-release of that particular game, or you could just use an emulator and cut out the middleman. I'm Alex with the Windows Report, and this is 5 emulators that not only play, but even improve your old games. We want to start strong, which is why we have the PCSX2 at the top of this list. This emulator has been in development for over 18 years, and is still getting updates, with almost 97% of the games tested being confirmed as playable. This means that there are over 2,500 games that will run with no crashes, no loops, and no major bugs. That's pretty impressive stuff, from an emulator that had to recreate the Emotion engine. Hey, that's the name of my heart. One of the most complex chips ever to be used in a console. Not only that, but now you can even upgrade your games with improved resolution up to 8K, anti-aliasing, texture filtering, and full HD gameplay recording. Next up, we find Dolphin. Hey, at least the name is easier to pronounce. It may not be as old as PCSX2, with only 16 years of active development to its name, but don't let that fool you, as it has more than a few tricks up its sleeve. It can play games from 2 different consoles, the Wii and the GameCube. It can run on Linux, Mac OS, and even Android. It supports the original GameCube controller through a USB adapter, and it supports the Wii Remote through Bluetooth, as well as its controller expansions like the Wii Motion Plus or the Wii Nunchuck. But wait, there's more. Like the ability to load custom texture maps, or that they can scale with resolution, or stereoscopic 3D, a feature that neither the GameCube or the Wii ever had. Then there's the spatial anti-aliasing, anisotropic filtering, and widescreen for games that didn't support it natively. Add this to the fact that it can play over 95% of all the games tested, and with around 35% of those games actually running perfectly. And you have the best answer to Scrooge McDuck, Nintendo's understanding of software ownership. Nintendo fanboys know what I'm talking about. Since we're talking about Nintendo, then I guess we should also mention Citra. This 3DS emulator will see to it that your old 3DS cartridges won't just run away in an old shoebox. Won't just rust away in an old shoebox. Citra has Citra has seen steady improvements since its start in 2014 and now supports local and online multiplayer, save states, and it just released an Android client. That's in addition to the Windows, Linux, and Mac OS versions of the software. With over 500 games tested and over 300 working great or perfect, Citra is your best bet when it comes to 3DS emulators. With the PS4 soon to be upstaged by the monster that will be the PlayStation 5, it only makes sense that we take a look at RPCS3. Who comes up with these names? This is more or less the go-to emulator for PS3 games, with around 1900 PS3 games supported in a playable form. That may not be as much as some of the other emulators mentioned in this list, but you have to remember that the PlayStation 3 is a much newer console and thus requires much more time and effort to... Wait, is that Demon's Souls running at 4K 60? Hey, I guess the game is getting a remaster after all. And last, but not least, we have the PPSSPP, the PlayStation Portable Simulator suitable for playing portably. It's the emulator that has it all. It's portable, with builds available for Android, BlackBerry, and the Nintendo Switch. Yes, you can actually run this emulator on the Switch. But if portability is not your thing, then you could just run it on Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. PPSSPP does not care. It can even run on a Raspberry Pi. As for compatibility, you'll just have to go online and check to see if your specific games are supported. Hope you learned something watching this video. And remember that you can always learn more about emulators, games, and tech in general by visiting windowsreport.com for that error-free tech life. And don't forget to subscribe to this particular channel for more relevant tech videos. See you next time.